Alright, now it's time to go to courtroom number 1. The court is now. Wow, I need to get back my voice. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. You may call your first witness. Why did it say Edgeworth's? Okay. The prosecution calls the chief officer of the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Seriously, why does it say Edgeworth when he's saying you may call your first witness? Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue with a finger burned next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Now I've got the floor plans. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Alright. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? My sister couldn't find any contradiction in the witness's testimony. She would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something's the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. And so, from here on out, I'll be doing a safe state at the beginning, because sometimes you have to press the right thing to continue on. So I want to show everything here, so... Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Great Water Hotel, right across from this crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto of this bunch is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the two people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. That's pretty goddamn fast. Did we even get tell who the hell? Did we even figure out where the murder came from? I mean, it took them minutes. That would mean they have to think. It took a minute. Let's just say it took a minute for them to think where it came from, and 2 minutes to get there. Wow. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. I think we're getting close to the point. Why is that? What's your reason? I'm gonna hit a save state just in case I mess up and continue on. Hold on just 1 second. Yep, it was that one. Okay. So. Okay, it's any one of those two. Okay. So, there we go. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? Heard you say it. You said it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May is suspicious and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough. Detective Gumption, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess prison can have its advantages. Yes! Gah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear their testimony again. Alright, the hard evidence. As securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written in a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why did you bring up? Why didn't you testify about this valid piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed that I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay. And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh ho, then who wrote it, Smarty Pants? Who, okay. Well, I did. It could have been me. What? So it was you. No, I'm just saying it could have been me. Can you prove it wasn't? Hold on. So, you admit to this. You admit that you wrote that note. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. This is a court of law, and I expect you to refrain from making thoughtless statements. Amateur. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on the memo you found. Okay, Miss May. Well, it could have been the witness, Miss May. Hold on. The witness was in her hotel room. not the office. Try pulling the other leg, Mr. Wright. Yeah, and while you're at it, pull mine too, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on the memo you found. Well, obviously, the killer. The killer! Anyone could see that. Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name. Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold up. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Ha! I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. You have proof it was Mia who wrote that. Of course I do, pal. Sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, here they take the, little bits in the blood, the, hemoglobin, hormogoblins, hermogoblin, bobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter, sir. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that is quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I think you can expect a pleasant bonus in your next paycheck. Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Ha ha ha! Nice try. Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Detective Gumshoe, do you know a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. That was a video game. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of any cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim will write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually. You got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. But that's right. What he said. Okay, so that's all of it. So, if you recall, if I can get back to that point. Well, when we present the result, we said the death was instantaneous. Well, Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You said the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course you're right. Who else would have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim was the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But! No but in your way out of this one, Detective. Order! Order! The defense was a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain the autopsy report? When? Was... I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot. Ha! Forgot, you say? It was the day after the murder, Your Honor, sir. I was the one who handed it to him myself, personally. Oh, right. First accusing point being? And let's go back before we hear that. It was the day of the murder. I'm pretty sure it was the day of the murder. You're wrong there, pal. We didn't write an autopsy report till the day after. Oh, right. Well, it was the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. Prosecution point being? The autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there was a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm a sham. Detective Gumshoe, are you calling me a fool because I believed your report? Huh? Me? I'm not... Huh? Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. Oh, poor Gumshoe! You were at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation. What? But... Okay. Detective's a sham. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you have given me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. Okay, it's just the same thing. I'm just trying to make sure everything changes. Okay. You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence is this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Okay, so it's updated. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Also, when did they say Gumshoe could leave? Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. When did he learn it? Exactly what part of her is innocent? You know, I think we're kind of skipping a few scenes here, Capcom. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. Nice miniskirt, by the way. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Okay. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, in my hotel room? See? I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fang Company law offices? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. I totally messed up because I forgot his voice. It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her! Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see any need to trouble the witness any. But wait, Your Honor! Mr. Wright, what about my cross-examination? I felt the witness's testimony which just now was quite firm, don't you? Oh, come on, Judge! Mr. Wright, I understand you are Miss Maya Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Your cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? No thanks. No, you're right. I guess there wouldn't be much point. I'm glad you saw the error of your ways so soon. Your Honor, prosecution rests its case. What? That's it? Very well. Well, wait, hold on. Yes, Mr. Wright, change your mind. Will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. I'd better, or I'll lose on the spot. Well, let's not be an idiot. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weaknesses. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Alright. Let's do this. And... why did you do that? Huh? Why? Why what? Why did you look outside the window? Do you expect to see something? Oh, well, gee. What, that's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, jiggled your breasts. Why would she do that before that? I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Well, obviously if you back down, he just says, oh well, whatever. If I go too deep, I might not come back out alive. I'll back off for now. You looked out the window. What did you see next? But you know what? I want to go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at the time of night. Ooh! Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl! Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? Look at the room. What did you see next? The woman with long hair. That was Maya Fey? Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, she had a girlish physique. We know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene in front of the short girlish thing. Testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Yep, he's right. Testimony certainly does make sense. Everyone in the court keeps siding with her. Better not press too hard on this one. She dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack! Please continue your testimony. How'd you know it was my client? Huh? Well, gee! First of all, she had a girlish physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her? She has a point. You're right. How did you know I was my Oh, you just did this. Sorry, guys. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so obviously, it's... You can select this one or the last one. And you just have to press it a little harder. So, of course, the testimony. Hold on a minute, that testimony stinks! What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see... wait, I totally messed that. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes now before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. Testimony is bogus. What is this? 5th grade? But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed like the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details was necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you will. Damn, I almost had her. And yeah, you basically go through the same thing with, well, I guess I could just show it. You saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Okay, so it really is just the same thing. Sorry about that. I'm just skipping ahead. Okay, so now let's really get back to this. I apologize for that. I did see everything, I did! The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. She hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee-hee! I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. So, you saw me then, too? Of course! I remember that spiky hair anyway. Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney. Aw, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry. God, I hate when girls say that. Very well, continue. Is that right as in your right? Or as you look from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Even I don't know that answer to that.